Hey everybody, this is Jen Barron and I'm a certified general life coach. Today I want to talk to you about a rubber band because it's a perfect illustration for a concept that a fellow coach talked about, and that is stretching and not snapping. Oh, let me give her proper kudos. Her name is Maggie Reyes, Reyes, and she's a phenomenal marriage coach. So check her out if you want to do that. But her whole thing is about just stretching ourselves a little bit, not going to the complete opposite end of something, and just little stretches. Let's take food or exercise. I think that's a really clear example because so many of us have wanted to change and have tried to change our eating and our movement habits. And so what usually happens is we get to the point where we are so fed up with ourselves. We are tired of eating all the fast food. We are tired of all the processed food. And we think that, okay, I need to make a change. And then when we finally, in air quotes, do make a change, we are so frustrated and we want the change yesterday, but it doesn't work that way. But because we want it yesterday, we think that, oh, well, my face might get cut off here a little bit. But because we are so frustrated with ourselves, we want to feel better, look better, be better really fast, like yesterday. We think we have to completely do a 180 and really stretch ourselves out of our comfort zone. Now, I'm not going to snap this rubber band that I have in my hand because that would hurt, and I do not want to do that. But what we want to do is just stretch ourselves a little bit. So if you're wanting to incorporate moving more, and I really don't want to call it exercise, but if you're wanting to incorporate some more movement, just do a little bit. Start with a 10-minute walk around the block once or twice a week. Just keep it super simple. It's not like you're going for miles and miles every day. That would be stretching this thing way, way too far. And what happens when we stretch or try to stretch a rubber band way, way too far, it snaps. It will snap, it will hurt like a mother cupboard. And in the way of eating or exercise, we will be way back to where we were before. We'll probably be back to eating all the fast food or back to just laying on the couch when we're not working. And so we need to just make little changes. And now your brain, because it's a normal human brain, it's going to be like, well, that's not enough. We got to do a whole lot more than that if we want to see any change. But that's complete BS. What happens when we make these little changes, our nervous systems have a chance to incorporate it, to be okay with it, and to see, oh, okay, we're gonna do this slowly. You're not trying to throw me into the deep end of the pool. And so I can get comfortable with this. I can be okay with this. We can kind of let the dust settle instead of just throwing yourself into the deep end of the pool and trying to make all the changes. If I had $1 for every time I changed both my diet in a major way and started a whole crazy exercise routine, I would be a very, very, very wealthy woman. And what always happened every single solitary time without fail is that I wound up back where I was, if not quote unquote worse than where I was, because I would just revert to all of my old unhealthy, feel like crap eating habits and unhealthy sitting on the couch all the time kind of movement habits. So I really want you to think about if there's an area in your life that you want to change. That could be maybe your morning routine, or for a number of my coaching clients, that it is their nighttime routine that they want to change. They want to go to bed a little bit earlier, or they want to put their phone down a little bit earlier before they go to bed. And a good practice is to do just a little bit different. Don't try to go to bed an hour and a half earlier. Don't try to put your phone down, 2 hours before bed, because it's just too much. That would be like taking this rubber band and stretching it so far and then it breaks. So be proud of yourself that you're even thinking about making a change, and know that a part of your brain, the primitive part that doesn't like change, is going to tell you two things. It's going to tell you that what you're thinking about doing, these little stretches, aren't enough. They're not enough. But then it will also say, and also revert you back to where you were before if you try it too much. So be on to its shenanigans, be on to what it does, and just a little bit of stretch, and just stay with it. Stay with it. This has worked for me when it comes to not drinking alcohol. This has worked for me when it comes to not eating a lot of processed sugar on the regular anymore. This has helped when it comes to recording my podcast on a regular basis, and working on doing these videos. Just stretch yourself a little bit and be a little bit more compassionate with yourself when you're trying to make these changes, instead of punishing yourself and thinking and feeling like you have to make a big change because you hate where you're at right now. And the only way to do that is to beat yourself up and completely change how things are going and how things are and how they have been. So just a little bit of stretch, not a snap. Don't try to go so far that you snap your rubber band. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, friends. Take care. I'm Jen Barron. I'm a certified general life coach. Make today amazing.